How could thou know about that mechanism, settler? Monty! So, 'twas thee! Traitor! I should have taken care of thee long ago, Goodwill!
Monty, my king! If thou would just listen to me, for old time's sake!
There's no time to explain things to him, Goodwill. We have to start the purification.
Settler, what art thou mumbling about now?
We don't want to hurt thee, Monty. Everything we've done has been to save thee.
Save me? A settler wants to come save me? What a joke! Why? To thank me for ordering the attack on Illustria? Hast thou forsaken the faith and joined the Church of Light now, Goodwill? Guards, seize him! Clap him in irons and rinse his brain out with a swell bucket!
Watch out!
So, thine aim was to win the tournament, then assassinate me, eh, settler? I didn't think you had it in ye. But this is Castle Frostforge. The Royal Guards will soon be back, and there will be nowhere for you to run. Hey, I'm talking to thee!
Your Majesty, please focus on me while we're fighting. I really don't want to hurt you, but it's taking everything I've got. Leave it to me, Your Grace. Just finish the purification. So the darkness surrounding the High King came from his crown? Your Grace, the jewel in this crown, it's Mana Stone. It must have distorted his mind.
Yes, the illusion concealed the Mana Stone and made it impossible for anyone to recognize it as a forgery. The High King's crown is thousands of years old. There was no way the Darklings could replicate Mayan's exquisite craftsmanship. So they conjured up an illusory one.
May those who do not follow perish. May those who do flourish.
Monty!
Wally? Is that you?
Monty, thou art awake.
Up until now, we've only ever purified animals. They've all recovered quickly from the effects of Mana Stone. But I've heard tell of those who are affected after hunting down animals under the influence of Mana Stone. It took some time for them to recover.
Sire, how fare ye? Is this the crown? Royal Guards, in position! Arrest them at once! A misunderstanding? Then thou can explain it after thou returns the High King's crown.
The High King's crown?
I'll cover your escape, Your Grace.
We're up against every guard in Castle Frostforge. We don't stand a chance. Monty, my king, if thou hast recovered, please tell the guards to release my settler friends first. Then I'll explain everything.
Settlers. Thou calls them thy friends, Goodwill?
Monty, art thou...
What happened just now? I was drowning in endless darkness. And now I wake to see thee before me, and this horrible crown. What have ye done? To the crown of the High King? Guards! Take these settlers to the dungeon, along with this treacherous dwarf. Rest assured, he'll be afforded a fair trial in Belleron, just as soon as I'm free of this blasted headache.
It seems the High King is yet to return to his senses.
I'm with thee there. It looks to me that Mermont is free at last from the grip of Manastone, but he still needs to recover and get a hold of the situation. We should give him some time.
We can now be sure that this was all a Darkling plot. They wanted to use Manastone to interfere with the High King's mind. But why? It does. That sounds like... Keller.
Keller!
You're both here! Oh, and Goodwall, too! This is great! Everyone's here! I have missed you so much, hon!
Are you all right, Keller?
This is the worst lodgings I've had in all my years as a trader. You know what? I bought some leftover pie crust off the orcs in the next cell, and they charged me 3 gold coins. And they weren't even as good as Ordos. But it's okay now. You've come to get me out of here. Now that Kella's back in the game, I'll make back double what we lost in no time. Huh? Why the long faces? Oh, hon, you've all suffered so much to save me. I'm so stupid. I roped everybody into this, and it didn't even work.
Don't say that, girl. Thou were sneaking into Castle Frostforge on my behalf when thou got caught.
You've been coughing this whole time, Goodwall.
Blood! Oh, that's a lot of blood. What happened, Goodwall?
Glad to see they're still training the Royal Guards to hit hard. Guess I'm getting on a bit.
We need medicine, Your Grace.
I know. There's a Greenfoot clan goblin in the cells around here. She's got all kinds of tinctures and potions. Whenever somebody gets sick in the dungeon, I always take them to her. She ain't cheap, though. Only takes mana, too. Ask that orc cook for some meat stew, Goodwall. Eat it while I talk.
I thank thee, sweet girl. But I don't think I could keep anything down.
But you haven't eaten anything since yesterday. I'm worried.
No need to worry, my girl. Death comes for us all in the end.
Your Grace, that's...
Hello? Yes. I thought for a long time on what thou said when we fought. And later I heard what happened in the High King's treasury.
Dodgewall! Thou came.
Sir, I had no idea thou were this badly injured.
What's with all the fuss? Thou hast been to war thyself, hast thou not? Dodgewall, I thank thee for coming to see me, my boy.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I didn't heed thine advice. Sorry that I left thee in danger. I'm getting thee out of here right now.
What art thou saying, foolish child? We're in the dungeons of Castle Frostforge. No one has escaped from here in thousands of years. I told this lot all about it before. Don't make me look a fool in front of settlers now, eh?
It's not nonsense. I've been thinking about it a lot. If we're to dispel the mist that surrounds the throne, we can't be afraid to question our own loyalties. Tomorrow is the day of your trial. If the High King finds you guilty of treason, you'll be put to death on the spot. Security will be tight, with eyes everywhere. Once the trial begins, there's no turning back. I can't stand by and watch thee be executed. I'll take Goodwall on my back, and then we run for it.
Oh, bless your heart, pal. Not gifted in the brains department, are ya? They got 100 people in these dungeons, each one with a unique set of skills. And your solution is... run for it? You think anyone would still be here if they could just hightail it to the exit? You think Gronky's just here pulling that millstone for fun?
But I have to do something.
Dodgewall, my boy. Calm thyself. Come, tell me, since we've been locked up in here, what's happened on the outside? How is Marmont?
Marmont. Well, he released the guards that he imprisoned for angering him, and he suspended all military operations against settlers.
Excellent. Looks like we might be getting out of here after all, my boy. Take this. Give it to Marmont, personally.
Is this the medal thou wore in the Royal Guards?
Yes. If Marmont has regained his senses, seeing this should remind him of old times. It's our last hope. I do. The old Marmont is still in there. He has to be.
I have a question, sir.
Out with it, my boy.
Has the mist which shrouds the throne dispersed?
It may take some time, but it will fade. This weather. Looks like heavy snow's on the way.
How come you're awake so early, Goodwall? Is it too cold in here? Your face looks so pale. Maybe the cold will get us before they can take an axe to our necks.
Silly girl. The snow might be freezing, but it means there'll be a good harvest next year.
That's a nice thought. But I wish you wouldn't say stuff like that. Makes me feel like you won't be around to see it. I heard that before the trial starts, they march you through the streets. How are you going to survive a snowstorm like that in your condition? Oh, hon, I don't want to be marched through the streets. I'll be infamous. How will I be able to do business with anyone after that? How can you crack jokes at a time like this?
Thou art not on the list for the trial, halfling.
It's the Royal Guard. Are they here to take us to the execution ground? Hold up, what time is it? How come Drunky's not up yet?
Oh,
Uli, Kadeg. Con badly wounded soldier, and my eyes are a little dim. I can't see thee clearly with thy cloak pulled down so low, but I should think that if thou serves in Castle Frostforge, thou should know me. I'm just an old man on death's doorstep. I don't have any wishes, except perhaps to have one last sip of right beer before I go. Could thou bring me some?
Quit stalling for time.
No, please, tell the High King. It's the last wish of an old friend.
Oh, are you still counting on Mermont? If you want raw beer, I can find some for you.
Keller, Goodwill is fighting to give us a chance.
I really don't want to see you all die. The settler war might be over, but we still don't know what plans the Darklings have for Belleron. I suspect there's something bigger afoot behind the scenes. Ye have experience fighting Darklings. Ye know darkness all too well. Mermont will come to his senses soon, and when he does, he'll need you.
Goodwill! Just when do you think that high and mighty, shiny-headed old fart is gonna come to his senses?
Settlers. Thou doesn't even recognize me, Wally.
Monty,
Thou art badly hurt.
not at all. If I wasn't in such a state, I'd give thee a damn good hiding. Thou finally came back.
Huh? Wait! Please! You can't just act like nothing's happened.
It's been a while, Wally.
It has indeed, Monty. My king.
Thou wore this medal in the Royal Guards. I recognized it immediately. The second time the Frost Dragon attacked, someone came from behind me and blocked a blow that would have killed me. I turned around to see a foolish youth, the same age as me, wearing this on his chest.
I may have been foolish, but even then, I saw thee as my future king. Who else would stick their neck out for a blockhead like thee, eh?
The Frost Dragon killed the old High King in that battle and snatched away his crown. We'd failed to honor the oath of the Royal Guards.
Yes, but in all that humiliation and fury, I swore a new vow with thee. Reclaim the honor of the dwarves and keep the oath eternal.
I know that thou sent this medal with Doswell to remind me of my oath. And now the High King's crown is lost once again. I need thee, Wally.
What? You need him, eh? Who do you think left him in this state, huh? And now you want him to work for you?
Monty, my king, I swear by this medal, by the honor of the Royal Guard, thou can trust these settlers. The coming battles will not be easy. Thou will need them beside thee. Thou must, Monty.
Oh,
Wally, maybe what I'm about to say will sound like an excuse. But the day after thou came to Castle Frostforge, I received a battle report from the front. I was shocked at the orders I'd given. I cannot deny what I did, but although the decision I made was written plain as day before me, I cannot remember why I made it. Later, I found out what you'd been doing in Belleron, and how you'd purified the berserker beasts. It was only then that I realized the truth about my crown, and that I had wronged ye. Wally, It took me some time to come to terms with what I'd done.
Thou declared war on settlers, Monty. So many people paid the price for it. Some with their lives. I cannot give thee the comfort thou seeks. But I always had faith. The Mermont I knew could never be bested by some poxy crown. And now, thou really has come back to us.
Doswell told me yesterday about thine injuries. I knew this was my last chance to show remorse.
I thank thee for coming to say goodbye. Dost thou still remember that game we used to play in the Royal Guard? The one those old veterans got us to play?
You mean guard post chicken?
That's the one. Thou always lost, pal. Didn't win once. Because any time someone shouted, "Enemies approaching," thou would immediately stop and get ready for battle. At first, I thought thou must be a fool. But then, the Frost Dragon came. While everyone else was at a complete loss, thou alone rushed straight for the dragon. That's when I realized that thou were a true warrior, ready to fight at a moment's notice. Maybe the weight of the crown slowed thee down for a while, but I knew my Mermont was still there, that the king of Belleron was always still there.
Wally, will our forefathers forgive me?
No one ever got forgiveness by begging for it. It's not over, Monty. Belleron still needs its king.
I understand. I will make amends. Even if I must pay the ultimate price, I will atone.
That's the Mermont I know.
Wally, like before, let us make our oath anew. Menes be my witness. Wally.
Menes be my witness. Excellent. I managed to bring thee back.
Good wall.
Good wall.